she resumes her hosting duties for the fourth consecutive year when Love Island launches on Monday evening. But Carolyn Flack's return to the idyllic Majorcan hills, where 10 new islanders will hope to find lasting love, comes following an eventful 12 months during which she found her very own Mr. Right and former Apprentice star Andrew Brady, 27. The 38-year-old announced her engagement to the businessman, who is 12 years her junior, following a whirlwind romance in April, but she insists her settled personal life has taught her little about long-term relationships. "You'd maybe think I'm an expert now, but I am not," she told Mail Online. "I am just a normal girl in a relationship just like everyone else. No relationship is easier just because you're in the public eye. It's all the same feelings. I am definitely not an expert, but what I like to think is that because I have had varied relationships, I can be a good listener to the guys and girls and just listen and ask good questions." The presenter had a checkered love life prior to meeting Andrew. A brief romance with notably younger One Direction star Harry Styles divided opinion in 2011, while her short-lived relationship with Sam Smith's manager Jack Street ended in 2015. And having suffered mixed fortunes in her personal life, she adopts a healthy degree of realism to life in the Love Island villa and the unlikely prospect of every relationship staying the course. "When your mates break up with their boyfriends, it's hard to see, but not all relationships last forever," she said. "Let's be realistic. We've all had relationships. I've had them in my past, and I don't look back on them and think, well, that was a mistake. I take what I learned and move on to the next one. So, it's sad, but they're not all going to last." However, she insists that the quest for love should be the #1 priority for every islander, despite the inevitable prospect of wider recognition beyond the show. "If you're coming in for fame, not love, that will be visible to the viewers and you'll get voted out. If you're not here for love, they'll find out," she said. "But when you do go into the show now, fame does come with it, so there's got to be at least 5% of you that likes being famous or wants to be famous. You can't go in saying you don't want to be famous, because you are going to be famous." Carolyn's fourth consecutive year on the increasingly popular show coincides with perceived criticism of its former contestants and their willingness to endorse teeth whitening and beauty products across social media. But she insists her comments at a recent panel discussion, during which she praised Camilla Thurlow for using her fame in a positive way by promoting worthy causes such as International Women's Day and the plight of Syrian refugees, were misinterpreted. "Camilla is the success story that I am most proud of, and I would like to put this straight, because I apparently slammed the contestants for doing teeth whitening," she said. "I love all of the contestants. I just meant Camilla has come out and used her platform for doing something really brilliant, and it's nice to see, but that wasn't me putting anyone down." There was lots of Camilla to talk about. She came in as someone who wasn't your traditional reality TV star, and then actually was more relatable than you thought she was going to be. She ended going up on a real journey. You never thought she'd go in as a bomb disposal expert and come out with a Calvin Klein model. While she remains in regular contact with Camilla, The former Islander currently works for her best friend's charity. She almost maintains a friendship with Alex Bowen and Olivia Buckland, who announced their engagement months after appearing on the show in 2016. Alex and Olivia have been tested, but it's lasted this long, and there's going to be a marriage, she said. I don't know if I've got an invite, but she asked me to buy a dress. A Love Island veteran, Carolyn has hosted the show since its return in 2015, and she admits being involved since the relaunch has helped her feel emotionally invested after previously struggling to assert herself during an ultimately doomed appearance on The X Factor. The presenter was parachuted in with Ali Moores following the departure of long-term host Dermot O'Leary, but taking the reins from the popular compeer proved to be a difficult experience, and both parted ways with the reality TV juggernaut after just one series, paving the way for Dermot's return. I've been in this show from the start, whereas all the other shows I did, I stepped into someone else's shoes, so it's nice to have a tiny bit of ownership over this, she explained. But with ownership comes responsibility, and Carolyn admits she's hopeful that the new series can better last year's unprecedented viewing figures, including the record 43 million who tuned in to watch Cam Setonay and Amber Davies win last year's show. Of course there's an expectation after last year's success, but that means there's pressure, and I like pressure. I work well under pressure, she added. I think that's because I come from a musical theater background, and it's very disciplined when you do classes, but I quite like that we've got pressure. It's good. It is healthy. Love Island launches on Monday, June 4th at 9 p.m. on ITV2.